Good morning, everybody. Myself, Mohammed Naveed Sanjar. I am a student of SR University, pursuing my business administration degree in second year. Today, I am going to make a video on marketing segmentation models. As you know, it is a strategy used by companies to divide of customers who have similar needs and behavioral characteristics. This helps business to understand customer needs better uh, and design target products and services, increase customer satisfaction, and improve sales and marketing efficiency. Right? If we take real life examples, Netflix recommend different movies to different users based on their watching behavior. This segment is based on the customer preference. So let's dive into the PPT. By the way, first of all, what is marketing segmentation? It is process of dividing customers into groups with a similar characteristics and behavior. As is mentioned already, Netflix is one of the best example as it recommends different movies for the different customers. Coming to our next slide, types of segmentation: demographic, geographic, psychographic, behavior segmentations. Okay, first one is demographic segmentation. It means dividing customer based on the population satisfaction. Example are like age, gender, income, education, and occupation. These factors are only easy to measure and widely used in marketing. For example, like young adults, health insurance, parents, and parents like family insurance, senior citizen retirement plans, etc. Now, next one is geographic segmentation. Geographic segmentation dividing customers based on the location like country, region, climate, urban, rural. And the real life examples are like cold region jackets and coats, hot region light cotton clothes in the hot areas. And like if other examples like of McDonald's we can take in India we can see McAloo Tikki, and USA we can see beef burgers, and in Japan teriyaki burgers, etc. And the next is psychographic segmentation. Psychographic segmentation divides customers based on lifestyle, personality, and values. Uh, this type of focusing on how people think and live, not just how they are. Like example, we can see our Mercedes luxury seekers are Mercedes, BMW. Economic consuming are Tesla. Adventure lovers are Jeep. Uh, and other thing is behavioral segmentation, purchase frequency, brand loyalty, usage rate, and benefit sorted. Examples are like frequent buyers with VIP loyal treatments, first time buyers welcome discounts, and card buyers we can see reminder emails. Real life examples if we can add are Amazon sends emails like you left this item in your cart, special discount for loyal customers. And the next slide we are going to is data driven segmentation models. There are many more, but as of now, I have taken RFM model, clustering techniques, and predictive segmentation. These models help business to analyze large customer data, which who has like millions of customers. Like example, like Amazon, Flipkart, Walmart, Apple, or so, etc. Let's go. First one is RFM model. RFM models are like RFM, which stands for recency, frequency, monetary value. Okay. A marketing analysis, well, in retail and and it is widely used in retail and e-commerce. It is a marketing tool used to identify firms' best clients based on their nature and spending behavior. Uh, if for this we can take a real life example like Amazon Prime members are identified as high frequency customers as Amazon offer them faster and quick deliveries. Uh, Next slide we are going to tell about uh, like as I said, it is within e-commerce and uh, Okay, now let me tell about real life examples. Real life example is gathering raw data from the each customer, collecting the following data for the each customer, like recency, days since last purchase, lower is equals to better, frequency, number of purchases in a given period, high is equals to better, monetary in a sense is the total amount of spent in a that period of time. So next step, let's take a real life example with this. As we can see, customer A frequency is 10 days, recent is 10 days, frequency is 12, and monitor is 900. And the for customer B is 82 days, 4 purchases, and 250. And for customer C, 364 days, recency, frequency is 1, monitor is 100. Continuation for this is second step, defining creating score rules from scale 1 to 4. Set up rules to convert raw value into scores from first worst to 5 best. Like in the recencies, 0 to 30 days, score is 5. And 241 plus days, score is 1. And frequency, 10 plus purchases, score is 5. If less or equal to 1 is, score is 1. And monitor is more than $800 or spend is 5, less than or equal to 150 is 1. And second step number 3 is assigning score to each customer. As and the for first customer, A 5 as his recency is good 10, frequency is more 12, and monetary spend is 900, so 555. For the customer B is 3, recency, frequency is also 3, monitor is 2. First, the customer C is 111. Using score, assigning scores for RFM models. For step 4, let's calculate RFM scores. We'll add all of this like R plus F plus M is equal to. For first customer A is 555, it's 15. For customer B is 332 and 8. For C is 1113. And next slide we will see interpreted the data. Like 13 to 15 are the best customers, champions, VIPs, who are frequently uh, ordering within 2 3 days. Loyal customers score is 9 to 12. At risk needed engagement for them it is 5 to 18. Lost customer 3 to 4. Like for this I will give an example. Like for Starbucks rewards program gives more benefit to the frequent customers and it segments them like VIP segment. As we understood RFM model, now let's go to clustering techniques. Clustering techniques. K means clustering. Group customer based on similarities. Required selecting numbers of clusters. Hierarchy clustering. Build tree-like cluster structure good for exploratory analysis. In a simple words, I would say clustering is a machine learning technique used to group similar customers automatically. There are two types mentioned here as K means clustering, hierarchy clustering. These techniques analyze large datasets and identify natural customer groups. Natural customer groups. Real life example I would suggest is Spotify groups. Listeners based on music preference and record playlist. In next slide, how K means we will see. First steps choose K, the number of clusters. Initialize K centroids like randomly or using some method. Assign each data point to the nearest centroid. And the step 4 is rectangle centroid based on the assigned points. And the fifth one, repeat steps 3 4 times until cluster stabilizes. Don't change it. Now let's take an example for this. Suppose we have following one data, 1D, which is data, x is equals to 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12. We want k is a cluster 2. So now For, for this, we need initial centroids, randomly picking from first 2 points as centroid. C1 is equals to C2 is equals to 10. Okay, then step 2, assigning points to the nearest centroid, which is cluster number 2, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12. Like distance from 2, we will see. For the first one, 2, we are having 0. For 4, 2. For 5, it's 3. 8 is 6. For 10, it's 8. For the same, for distance from 10, we will see then 8, 6, 5, 2, 0, 2. From this assigned cluster, we can do C1, C1, C1 for 2, 4, 5, C2, C2, C2 for 8, 10, 12. Now let's calculate it by reluctant centroids. In C1, mean is equals to 2 plus 4 plus 5 is 11. 11 divided by 3 is 3.36. For 2 is 8, 10, 12, which is 30 divided by 3, which is 10. And the reassigning points checking for the changes. So the distance to 3.6 is for 2 is 1.67, for 4 is 0.33, for 5 is 1.33, 8 4.33, 6 is for 10 is 6.33, for 12 is 8.3. Same to the distance 10 is 8, 6, 10, 2, 0, 2. As we have assigned classes C1, C1 to that, assigning did not change, so that algorithm coverages. The last final cluster is C1 2, 4, 5, cluster C2 is 8, 10, 12. Now let's do it predictive segmentation, which is logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, neural pricing, used to predict purchase livelihood, churn probability, and price sensitivity. Now next one, first let's go to logistic regression. Logistic regression is a statistical and mechanical learning method used to predictive categories. Outcomes usually binary, yes, no, 0, 1, true, false. In a simple words, I would say logistic regression predicts binary outcome. Example, predict if a student will pass or fail. For this, let's take an example. The next slide. Example, predicting if a student pass based on a hour studies. Hour study 2, fail. For 4, it's fail again. For hour studied 6 is pass, and for hour studies 8 is passed. If a student studies 5 hours, the model predicts. So let's see how if a student predicts studies for 5 hours. Now let's see a new student who is studying 5 hours. Logistic regression will calculate the probability of passing. Suppose it's giving 65% chances of passing. Since 65% is greater than 50, final prediction is pass. So this is logistic regression. One real life example I would give is banks uses logistic regression to predict loan approval risk. With that, they can find if the customer they can give them a loan or should they give credit card for them as per their CIBIL score. And now this is decision tree analysis. Decision tree is a flowchart like model used for classification. It splits data into branches based on the features to predict an outcome. Example, predicting, let's take an example. Predicting if someone will pay tennis based on weather, temperature. Yeah, hot, no. Cool, yes. And the other is random forest. Random forest is a mechanic learning method that uses many decision trees together to make a predictive. Random forest is a group which is a forest of decision trees that works together to give a fine answer. Each tree is a predictive and a majority votes decision in the final result. Let's do a problem for this. Will it rain tomorrow? This is our problem for the random forest. Trees. One, rain. Expert. First one is First one has is at rain, second one no rain, third one rain, fourth one is also rain, and fifth one is no rain. As fifth one no rain. Okay, final result is majority. As we can see, majority are rain, as 1, 3, and 4 had given. So step 1 is counting the votes. As rain votes are 3, no rain votes are 2. To step 2, majority region. Final prediction is rain. And, and the next slide is on neural networking. A neural network is a system of connected nodes, like as our brain has same system like neurons, same as it, that learns pattern from the data to make predictions. Uh, they contains input layer, hidden layer, output layer. These network learns pattern from data, as it is made up of neurons, small units connected together, organized in layer. As I have mentioned before, input layer, which is receives the data, hidden layer process the data, output layer gives the final predictor. These networks learns patterns for data. Right, let's take an example for this. Here is the network has one rule. If our studies are high, we'll pass. Same as for the same as we have taken for decision tree. Sorry, not decision tree. Logistic regression. If our studied are high, are pass. If our studies are low, are fail. If we studied in the previous example as we seen, 2 hours are fail, 4 hours studies are fail, 6 hours is pass, 8 hours is pass. So as this, a new students who studied for 7 examples, let's assume, the neural network looks at the pattern it learned. As it is low hours is failed, high hours are passed. So since 7 is a high, its prediction is pass. So real life example I would suggest for neural network is this Google search face recognition recommendation system. For this conclusion, I would suggest our market segmentation models help companies to understand better by dividing the market into meaningful groups, businesses, and can create personalized marketing strategies, improves customer satisfaction and increase profits. Modern business increases by data-driven techniques, as we know, such as the RFM model, clustering, and predictive models to perform segmentation accurately. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe.